Okay. There we go. We should be okay. Yeah. And then, oops. YouTube? Wow. That was bad. Very yabai. Uh, Anime music. Maybe I should do it on another window. Yeah. Okay. I will do this on another window. Chess idiot plays chess. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, some lo-fi hip-hop. Okay, there we go. Let's play some chess. Let's go. Let's be an idiot here. Okay. At the 700 level. Game aborted. Okay. E5. Okay, sure thing. Everyone plays E5 because it's the easiest of them all, of course. Okay. Let's just put our knight out. Okay. Yeah, I do want a castle eventually, so that's fine. Threatening to take my bishop. Chess Pog, haven't played in so long. Dude, I mean, chess never really has an update, so it's perfectly legit. It's all good if you can't play, if you haven't played for so long. But anyways, what's up, Noodle? How's it going for you? Honestly, like, getting to play chess at this point in time is probably okay, just because, well, we're all kind of like bored, and chess is easy to get into, of course, but it's obviously pretty hard to master. I'm obviously pretty good because I am at 750 elo. But I've been learning how to play chess for like a week or so, and I much rather play chess casually a bit than doing anything else at the current moment. So, you know, it's nice and dandy and all. Okay. Let's see if this person can catch the checkmate. Because I don't think they can. I don't know why they moved to a4. That's kind of weird of a move, to be honest, because it really doesn't accomplish much, in my opinion. But hopefully this person might be able to see the checkmate. If not, this is going to be a very short game. Oh dear. Okay, checkmate. That was way too easy. Okay. One mistake. Yeah, that's fine. I messed up a bit there. That wasn't too bad. Opening with a c4. Sure. Wait, what? c4, then knight c3? What world do we live in nowadays? I swear, I've never seen this type of move happen. I don't know what type of opening that is, but it doesn't seem reasonable whatsoever, you know? Oh my god. Like, this knight can freely move, and that's fine. It's not too big of a deal. What the fuck's happening? Is he moving his bishop to h3? Bishop h3? I think so, right? Wait, what? These are like some dumbass moves. Okay, I don't know why he's moving his pieces his way. I don't know what type of gambit he's going for or any sort of tricks that he may be doing, but sure. If he decides to take my knight with his bishop, and I mean, by all means, I'm perfectly down with it. It's not even that big of a deal. Okay, let's see if Let's see if this should if this is able to work out. I'm moving in my knight from e7 to g6 so I can pull out my queen. Obviously I can't pull it out in these squares. I was thinking of going to f8, f6 and then going here for checkmate because of the bishop, but that works out fine too. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to pull out my queen anyways so that I can develop it. And if that queen if the knight moves here instead, I really don't have much. If the knight moves here, then I'm screwed. If the knight moves here, then that's perfectly fine. So I really kind of have to move it to d6. No option. I have really no option there. With what I do. Anyway, the knight moves, he's kind of screwed. Sure. I don't know what this knight's doing. I mean, this bishop's doing, but no. What if I just leave my bishop here? Oh, that's fine too. If I move my knight here, and then he takes his bishop with takes my knight with his bishop, I can move my green bishop onto d4, capturing that to threaten the rook, which isn't too bad. What can I do here to put more threats on the board? I think moving this back would probably be the most reasonable option. Yeah. Or here, I can threaten both pawns, but the thing is that both these pawns, no matter what I do, are safeguarded. So I think moving it back here is probably the best option for my knight. Either way, though, this is very weird. I might as well just take the pawn when I can. You know, it's the most reasonable of the options here. I don't want to move my queen. It's just because it's protecting the square here. Or no, but the knight is too, so that's completely fine. So if I move it here, and he decides, oh, it's a free bishop, he's gonna be completely mistaken who's my queen. And if not, I just take his bishop instead, unless he's able to threaten my queen immediately, which he can if by moving this pawn here. But then I can just go for the knight at front, so it's not too bad. So I think I have better board control just because I have more of my major pieces out. He has really reasonably good pawn structure, which is fine. Oh shit, there's the bishop. Oh my god, I lost. I completely forgot about that. Time to resign. I completely blundered up. Oh my god. Damn it, I didn't even see that. He really wants me to take his queen. He wants to put his queen out, doesn't he? Okay. That's completely fine. I'm gonna punish him by moving his queen away. A pawn for a pawn's not too bad. Let's move our major pieces out. Cause having them develop pawn structure is probably good too. He's gonna try to take my He's going to try to take my knight. That's weird. So I'm gonna fried liver him if he doesn't if he's not aware of this queen rook issue. Because I'm gonna move my knight to f7. But we're at 700 elo, so 700 elo is completely dog shit. And most people don't know about it, but some people do. If not, I'll just develop a pawn or something. Ah, fuck. I fucked up. Yeah, that can take it. Okay. He will have to move his king. I completely forgot about his pawn. Oh my god, so my bishop wasn't protecting the knight. Big yikes. Dear. Okay. What I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna castle. Perfectly fine. I have an option. Once I do that, I can... Well, where's he gonna move his knight? He's gonna move his knight here, right? Very likely just to threaten my queen. So if he moves his knight here, then that's fine too. What I can do is I need to protect the square. So moving my queen in this general vicinity would probably be the most wisest of them all, because that avoids getting getting my queen threatened from the knight if he moves to d4. Okay. I'm just gonna move my rook here, because he's very likely going to move his pawn, from the b5 to threaten the bishop. But now that he knows I have a rook at e1, he has to protect that center bishop at all costs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put my bishop there because that is a free pawn. We'll have a bishop trade, and I'm just gonna put my queen in the middle just to apply pressure and threaten them. So this should be relatively okay. I failed the fry liver attack, but I think I'm still okay overall. Yep. Check. Check. He has to move his his king, because if he doesn't move it, if he moves his queen here, he's still in check with the rook, and then that's a free queen. So what I can do here is I can block the rook, so he has to move one of these pieces, which is great. And I don't want to get my queen captured, so I'll move my queen to take the pawn from so the rook can't capture me on a8. Oh wait, I probably should post about this on Twitter. Right. Okay. Okay, and I won because he abandoned the game. Because I think I just took too many pieces, at will, and he was just too far behind in the point count and the pieces count too. So that's perfectly fine. Okay. Let's see. Oh right. I'm white. Okay, let's move again. Again, weird ass freaking opening. Nice suit. Oh hell yeah. Okay. Bishop trying to take over the pawn, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna move my knight over there. Nice. Yeah. What's up? It's not too bad. I wouldn't say it was a nice play. I'd just say like the person just completely gave up because they didn't obviously know what to do. Okay. Cool. I can't do my fried liver attack. Okay, that's completely fine. Moving the pawn to f6 was probably a reasonable idea to protect the e5 pawn. But it doesn't really establish too much just because it still blocks his queen from really coming out. Wow, I'm so scared. Moving your bishop all the way from your back row to threaten my knight. Dear. Castle. That way I can bring my rook out a bit better. You know, nothing too scary. But I don't think this person has developed their mainline pieces far enough to threaten certain spots in the board. He could potentially pin like a few pieces that I have, but it's relatively hard for him to do so. What could I do here? Okay. There's not really much I can do to threaten. So let's just try to threaten immediately his bishop. Either he's forced to take a knight trade, a bishop knight trade, or he has to move back his bishop. Probably not to a5 because it locks it pretty down pretty hard. He'll have to move it back on the green diagonal back to his home spot. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Here, I have a bit more liberal freedom of what I can do. I might as well break his pawn structure. And the pawn structure I probably should break is this one here by moving my bishop up forward. He's forced to take it with his pawn, but I am +2 here with the queen and the knight threatening the d4 spot, which is perfectly fine. Which means he should probably let this piece go and develop another piece ahead. Because these lines here are much more well protected than these lines further out, because he hasn't really developed any of his pieces forward. Okay, moving your knight's perfectly fine. I'm just going to take that. He's very likely gonna might take his pawn from f6 to e5, but I don't see how that is a reasonable choice, just because I have my knight protecting that. So this is perfectly fine. I'm still a piece ahead overall. And I think here is where I can checkmate him, unless he pulls out his queen, or puts his knight in front. Right? If I move here with my bishop, the king can't move here or here, of course, because it's check. So he's either he's forced to move his knight or his queen in front. which is pretty good for me in the end. Odd. Well, my bishop isn't in any threat up close, so that's perfectly fine. But he's not able to take this knight with his knight. He's only able to take it with his pawn. Perfectly fine as well. So I probably should move my knight back. And that's fine too. Right. This bishop here is stuck for for a reasonable amount of time unless he commits to moving to c8, which is a waste of time. I can develop another piece of 4, which is not too bad either. If he moves his bishop to a6, then it's the dead bishop guaranteed. He's kind of boned. Well, he could do that too. Am I willing to lose a bishop for this? Sort of. Not really. Maybe. This bishop will probably have to move back all the way here. Perfectly fine. I'm not in a position to just make trades here and there completely yet. But it seems like it's okay to do. I just have to be very careful with how I approach his board. Wow, finally able to move his black bishop. Okay. I really need to move like this this rook. Or like a bishop, or do like a pawn break of some kind. I think if anything, I just need to develop my pawn structure. You can take my knight if you want, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just have to move my pawns. Moving my pawn structure is probably the most important out of it all, anyways. Just because I have my main pieces like up forward, but my pawns are ultimately going to help me break through his defenses, which is hella important. Okay, let's see if he sees this. No, that'd probably be a bad move. Let's just move my pawn up here. Probably the most safest option of them all. If I move my knight all the way to g5, and then he moves his rook, I mean his pawn, I really don't have many places to go back, or elsewhere to like maintain an advantage. So I'm just gonna keep leaving my knight like in the center here. It's probably the best of them all. Okay, where can I attack? I really can't attack many places. So you know what? I'm just gonna stop him. But if I do that, then his queen gets my pawn for free. So this moves his knight out. And that's perfectly fine. I just need to threaten one of his pieces in as much as I can. This knight will have to move eventually. So... hmm... Okay, I am... You know what? I'll just take it. If he moves his... If he gets to... Like, he gets to move his queen. I'm not in any threat, but, like... I really don't have many good options because I didn't develop my pawn structure, like, initially, which kind of sucks. Very likely his best option is to move his queen here anyways. That way it threatens like the majority of the board. And his queen's like pretty tucked in, so makes sense. Either way, he's at an advantage here, which kind of sucks. Yeah, expected. He'll have to move his knight over. This protects at least my king a bit. He can't be forced to go to H2, which is good for me. And like this queen is basically not, it's not dead, but it's like very easy for it to move to places. We'll do knight trade. It's probably like the best I can do here. I'm a whole lot better than most people. What do you mean? I'm only 750. There are some strategies to the game, but it's not like amazing, like that I know a lot, you know. And he's gonna move his queen here. That's the reality of what he's probably going to do. So what I have to do here is I have to tuck into the corner, or I will have to do this to prevent his bishop from taking over. I can do that. I can move that. This is probably the better play of them all. This way, if he tries to take the spot with his rook, I have a bishop. Then he places his pawn, which is completely fine. Which means here's a check. And now he's forced to move his king, and he can't move his rook, so I get a free rook. But that still doesn't take out the pressure at the bottom here anyways. He might decide to take my knight for free, which probably would be his best play. But I get his bishop for free. So it's not all bad. I still come out a bit on top. Okay, he decides to take, what did he take? He decided to take my pawn, which is fine. Let's see if he notices this. If he moves his knight to avoid getting captured, I don't get a checkmate, but I get a pretty advantageous position here. Right. He can't check me at all, which is fine. If he moves this queen over to f3 here, I have all these 3 pieces, the queen, the bishop, the rook, to guard f3, which is great. He can't check me from his position, like, well here. So his queen's still like a kind of a sitting duck. And if he doesn't, he might move his queen back or whatever, which means then I get a free knight if he does do that, because that means he also can't capture the bishop I take like on at e5 if I capture his knight with my bishop with the pawn, because then he's in check from the queen at d1, all the way to d7. So I'm in a good position here. I think I kind of changed it around pretty well. But like I think the worst decision that could happen to me is if he just takes his bishop. Oh, okay. If he takes his bishop like to e3, then that means he's threatening checkmate with a h at h1, right? So, because of this here, now I can move this over here, and he can't capture this queen with the king, so he has to move either to c8 or the e8, which is beneficial for me. Which means I also threaten check here. And I lost my queen. Shit! I completely didn't see that. I am big dumb. Dumb. Whoops. I lost my queen for free. Oh dear. I should have just moved. I should have just gotten a free pawn here. Damn it. Now I'm in a world of hurt. Big dumb. Yeah. There is a threat here from by the queen and the rook onto my bishop. Perfectly fine. Just need to move my rook out to d1. And I'm in a world of hurt. Losing that queen costed me so much. God. My major pieces are kind of locked in place, which kind of sucks, to be honest. If he moves his bishop to e4, I am very screwed. So I have to have a pawn war. I have to move my pawn separately away from my king, which really sucks. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't really do much there. Shit. I had so many blunders. Especially with the queen. Dear. That's what you get or that's what I get for rushing in and not thinking about how to check someone. Okay. Moving the knight here is perfectly fine and reasonable. Perfect. Oh, I shouldn't have moved it there. That's a free knight. Yeah, okay, resign. Whoops. I completely forgot about that. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, multiple blunders is never good. I gotta do this so I can protect my pawn and free up space for my bishop on c8 so I can attack. So I can land on this line here. Very fine. Actually, this is probably better. I don't want to move this pawn because it then exposes my king to the queen if the queen lands on e5 or any sort of like bishop stuff, which is perfectly like not good for me in the end of it all. So gotta do what I can in castle. Like my knight's protecting my queen and my king is perfectly fine. I would be completely happy trading a knight for a bishop. It's perfectly fine. Now here, if he decides to take my knight, I take his bishop. As long as I keep on threatening a piece, this pawn can't take this knight. Because in reality, the knight is not worth as much as a bishop. Even though they're worth 3 points. A bishop's much more easier to use. And a bishop is just slightly more valuable than a knight overall anyways. So I gotta move this knight somewhere. Ideally, I do want to move it somewhere where I can use it to its full potential. But that is very hard to do. Because if I move it here, he moves it with his pawns. Then I can only move here, here, on d3, d5, back to c6. And then that's really it. So I think I'm forced to move this this knight in a very bad spot. Or again, threaten his pieces. Moving my pawn from g7 to g5 is probably not a good idea, but it can work out. Okay, so I moved this pawns all the way back, which is good. I will sadly have to move it over here, because I don't have an easy way to block this square with relative ease, and that's normal. I could have moved my queen up to d7, but like that probably wouldn't have accomplished too much. I'm still losing a knight for a pawn. That's his only move. Damn, I don't really have too many spots, so I'm just gonna castle. When in doubt, castle it out. Here, I have a choice. Now I can move it over there. He has to move his knight all the way to, I think, h4, but that makes it pretty useless overall. Okay, he didn't decide to do that. Perfect. He's in a very rough spot. Moving his knights all the way from like the center all the way back to his board is ideal for me. But I am forced to make a move. A move maybe I'm not very inclined to do. And I think that just means moving my my pieces out. Oh, I didn't see this. This should be a free bishop. Am I not mistaken? Yes, it is true. So if he doesn't move that bishop, maybe to c4 or something like that, he is very screwed. I'll take that trade. Give me it. That's a guarantee. I'll trade a bishop for a knight 100% of the time. Let's move this to threaten the pawn. Letting him take my pawn there on g4 is probably ideal, just because now I pin the knight to the queen. He has to move his queen anyway, somehow, at some point. If he doesn't, he is kind of bodied. which is okay. So I have nothing protecting this knight, so if I move it here, well, that's probably not a bad idea if I just move my my bishop to the knight, because then this threatens his rook, and then he threatens my rook. Yeah, perfectly fine. And then he can't take my rook because my queen's blocking his rook. And he'll lose his queen if he does that, so that's completely fine on my books. He's trying to threaten the spot here. It's completely fine because I have my rook protecting it. Perfectly okay. This would be the best decision here. He can't threaten the knight with his queen, which is fine. But then he has his bishop protecting f7, so I gotta be careful about that. That is a free rook. That is a free bishop. I shouldn't have done that. Damn it. Okay. That's a bad idea. How do I threaten him? Kusal. There we go. Okay, that was a free bishop. Didn't see that actually a long time ago. Actually, did I? I always had that move, didn't I? Okay, I didn't know. He's threatening his queen for my queen. So, I'm perfectly fine if he decides to do that. If he decides to take my queen with his rook, then he's kind of boned. Because I have the piece advantage anyways. He'll probably be able to take my knight for free. Yeah, and I can't take his rook. It's kind of in a weird spot. But if I do this, and he goes for then my knight with his queen, no, if he doesn't do that, okay. This honestly accomplishes nothing other than takes a rook for a rook, which is still a reasonable option to do. But my queen has no protection at this point, so I really ought to be very careful on how I approach this. Um, I think this is the best course of action here. That away, if he decides to take my queen, I'm perfectly fine. Because I have a rook backing it up for a queen trade. If he decides to take my knight, he's screwed too. Yeah, I'm completely fine with the queen trade at this point. Oh, oh. That's completely fine. Check. Oh man, I only have a minute 24. That really sucks. He has to move down here, which means I get a free, I don't. His rook can take this spot, which is perfectly fine. Check. Okay, I really gotta focus and concentrate for these minutes here, because I don't really have much time to respond to his actions. Shit. What do I do? Bam. There we go. Now he can't move his knight. Thank God. Unless he moves his king. He moves his king first. Damn, I only have 30 seconds. Shit. That's not good. That's not good. Knight trade? I mean, bishop rook trade? That's perfectly fine. Sure. Rook trade, it's okay. Okay. I am under time. Big yikes. Boop. I'll probably lose this, to be honest, due to time. But what can I do? Ah, dear. Yeah. I could have taken his knight. Shit. Oh. Ah. Come on. I don't have much time. Ah, queen. Ah, god damn it. It was nice to see you play. You gotta go for a while? Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you later, man. Peace out. Sorry about that. Oh my god, I lost due to time. Shoot. That's what happens when you think a lot about things too much. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you later. I might be streaming pretty late, so, you know, we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay, fried liver attack? Oh no. He moved his piece earlier than I could. Shit. So close? Yeah. Oh well, it happens, right? I also gotta attack his spots differently. You know what, I'll castle. Might as well. I need to develop my piece. Let me develop my knight here. Oh, I can't. Okay, just move my knight back. That's perfectly fine. That way my queen can take his bishop whenever he can, and then there we go. Free bishop for a knight. And I get to develop my queen on top of that. Huzzah! Oh, trying to psych me out. Where should I move this? Moving it here, here, or here is a bad idea. So I can really only move it here, here, or here. G6, H6, or F3, F4. Based off of all of those, I think just moving it here is fine because then it prevents the knight from moving up close, right? Oh damn it! I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Okay. If he's willing to trade, to get my rook for a bishop, that's perfectly legit. But if I can keep on stalling, with pieces and capturing them, that should be okay. But I think I lost this. God damn it. Okay, I lost this. He's gonna have too much of an advantage if he takes all of those pieces. What the hell? Queen's pawn? Okay. Sir, Queen's pawn, really? Let's move my knight to protect the spaces here. Really? I don't know why he did that. That makes no sense. He exposes the king. And now that knight can't move. Okie dokies. That's perfectly fine. He can't move this pawn up too. That's gonna be a scary spot for him. This pawn, this knight, this bishop, they're all locked. Sure. Fuck. Indian game is a thing? Yeah. Well, it's an Indian opening. And I also fucked up there big time because I didn't see them capturing my queen. Oh my god. I am very, very garbo. Yeah, Indian opening is, I think, just opening up with queen's pawn and then bringing out the knight on the queen side too, which is the weird point. You could take this rook. Yeah, that's fine. And I get to develop my piece even more. Sure. Yeah, I completely blundered there. That type of stuff you should not blunder to, of course. Okay. And I resign. You didn't see that? Oh my god, I'm so bad. I am so bad at chess. My lord. I completely didn't see that. Dear. Hmm. Okay, what he could be doing? I have no idea. Let's just castle. Wait, what? Oh, he's trying to block my knight, but that doesn't matter because this pawn already does that job for him twice. Okay, let's just free out a pawn space so we can move my bishop over here. Okay, just gotta move my bishop back then. And that prevents his rook from coming up forward, just because it's gonna be blocked by his own pawn. Perfectly legit if he decides to take this pawn. He'll have to move this pawn forward, which is completely fine. Which means I can situate it back a bit to here. Let's see what he can do. I'd be in a bad spot if he moves this pawn over here, to be honest. Gotta protect that somehow. Okay. He wants to take my bishop for his knight, which I actually genuinely don't want to do. But that doesn't expose him to, like, bad stuff. So I might have to make a risky play a bit. That's not good. Do I really care about my bishop? I sort of do, but then again, I don't. Yeah. I sort of do, but then I don't. So, let's just move it back. Not a really good spot at the moment, though, not gonna lie. If he moves this queen out to, like, h4, I might be screwed. I just need my knight in the center. Plus, it also helps him stay safe from the pawn advancing to b4. So capturing with the knight there was probably the right decision to do. Yes, yes, it was. What could be my next course of action? Moving this knight has no real safe spot to go to, so threatening this pawn here to take it is probably a good idea. But then I'd still be outnumbered in this spot here if I were to move my pawn here and then move my knight there, so it's probably not a good idea. So let's develop more pawns. Like this one. That way I can develop my bishop a bit more further down the line because it's not being blocked by this pawn here. Wants to threaten this spot. Perfectly fine. I do have my pawn right there to block him. So that's perfectly okay. Yeah. I'm perfectly okay with this. Because this pawn's really not really doing much other than protecting this knight from potential capture like that. I don't have a free out here, because if I take this pawn with my knight, the queen comes over, and then I'm kind of screwed. So I gotta move my knight, my rook from A1, at least to somewhere to the center, so I can it could be of use. That seems like a good idea there, though. Okay. I do want to move my pawn at h2 to h3. It's probably a good idea just so I can threaten that knight at g4. Probably the wisest choice anyways. Huh. What is he thinking now? Okay. Perfectly fine. I have to move it here. Yeah, I kind of do. Or, better yet, if I just move my knight over to e1 to protect this. Because having my rook out to c3 would probably be a bit of a detriment. I would like to keep my knights as safe as possible from like the potential bishop attacks of his green bishop if it does ever come out. And besides, that knight was only threatening the pawn at e5. It wasn't really doing that much work. Sure. I expose my bishop on d2, but that's perfectly okay. If he moves his queen to d4, it could be a bit bad for me. But that's okay though. I can move my king to h1, which is a reasonable option. Why is he moving that there? What is he trying to accomplish? Well, that's perfectly fine. That rook wasn't really doing anything, so moving it to c4 to capture the pawn was probably a good idea anyways. It also prevents the queen from moving to d4, so that's good. But I honestly could have taken his knight. Probably would have been the better option of it all. You know? It's not really hard to think about, I'd say. Just move your knight. Okie dokies. Free knight. Sure, if his bishop moves over to e3, e4, that'd be weird, but it's okay. I'm in a position where I'm kind of getting blocked. Yucks. I kind of want to move my queen. It's probably the better option of them all. Yeah. Probably the better option, just because if now the queen can't threaten with d3 to take about so many of these pieces. Well, I mean, the knight was protecting it, but I do need my queen out a bit. The queen is my playmaker eventually. I really can't do much against his pieces, to be honest, which kind of sucks. His defense, like on his backline, is solid unless he moves like a significant piece. So it's gonna be a bit weird, overall. Because I do need one of his pieces to be like taken away, so I can make like significant changes, to his pawn structure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm down with this trade. That's fine. A rook for a rook. That way we have some development on our game. That's a free pawn. Okay. That bishop's kind of screwed, the white bishop. Which is good for me. I just need to threaten some of his pieces, like, in an immediate sense. But they have to move their piece, like, in a way where there's holes in their defense, which, because they have less pieces, I'll never get that. Which is fine. Okie dokies. What can they be thinking? They only have 3 minutes on the clock and they don't have any pieces. They only have my rook, 2 pawns, and a knight. And their pawns may be a bit more developed than mine's, at least on the king side, at least my king side. But they are definitely behind important pieces. Oh, whoopsies. Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was just munching on a few stuff and I didn't want to make some sounds. But yeah, I think they're probably just gonna be screwed no matter what they do, right? Like if if they move their pawn, they're screwed. If they move these pawns, they lose protection on their bishop and their rook at the back. Um, I'm gonna be winning by time, of course, because they obviously AFK'd at this point. But I mean, when you're a major rook piece down, like two pawns and a knight down, yeah, not much you can do there. Okay, but yeah, thank you about messaging me about that. Win by resignation. Okay, perfect. More. Let's go. Huh. Okay. They are letting me take their pawns. So I have two of their pawns, which is cool. I don't know what this person's doing with this, but that's fine. So now I have position on their rook. I think that's game. Oh my god. That was quite fast. Because I recognized, oh shoot, I have my bishop here, and generally the f7 square is the king's weakest spot. So threaten the rook or threaten a checkmate. I don't know which one should you take. But that's what happens when you move your pawns weird like that, I guess. That was relatively quick. Okay. Sure. The trap, there's a trap. You don't move your pawn over to g6 to protect against the queen. That is heresy. Now you do. Then you move your knight over so that they can't attack this spot here. So you can sacrifice your queen, your knight for your queen to advance to, which is not too bad. So his queen is not any threat. So he's probably going to develop a piece here, which is fine. I think... Okay. Now I'm threatening the queen. He has to move the queen. Else, I take it for free. Ideally, he would have to move it here or here. I mean, probably here, actually. Or here. Either way, I get to develop my pieces more further than him, and his queen's more exposed to the threatening attacks. Check. And now he loses the rook for free. Thank you, sir. And thank you for the queen. Oh my god. There you go. Blunders. Dear. Can't be playing the Scholar's Mate like that. I'm completely okay with this trade. Because you move your knight all the way in this position here. And it's kind of bad for them. Now he has to move his knight. Really? He can move it here. He can move it here, here, or here. So, to prevent his knight from moving it into a safe spot, and to lock it in place, I'll move my pawn to b6, and he is kind of boned. Okay. Oh. Why would you move your bishop there? That's very weird. Very weird, sir. Let's just develop my piece. I don't think that bishop move was quite that good, just because it doesn't really do anything other than let some castle, which I think is okay, but I think there could be more than that, of course, there. I think that this is a reasonable option here. That lets me move my pawn up one spot. If he doesn't do anything about this knight, and then that knight is completely boned. Or if not, I have a long castle, which probably will be better in the long run. Considering more of my pieces, my pawn structure here is better to protect my king than the pawn structure here, just because it's completely flat. Okay. Sure thing, dude. Wait, is this the right option? Yeah, this is the right option. Because if I take this pawn at d4 with my pawn at e5, I don't have the numbers to back this up. Okay, moved backwards. Long castle. Right. Yeah, if he takes my pawn here, I'm kind of in a bad position. And then the bishop here to protect this pawn if it goes forward. So I think moving it forward is probably the right idea here. That way he can't take my pawn on the b file. Okay. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But there's nothing protecting this pawn anymore. Wait, when was it ever protected? It wasn't protected at all after this move. Oh shoot, I didn't see it in a while. Oh god damn it. This is what happens when you don't play enough chess. That's a free pawn. That's been a free pawn forever. Do I really care about this, like, this trade? Yeah, I do. I don't mind this trade. It does break his pawn structure a bit. If he does move his queen, and his knight, actually, then I get a free rook, but that's probably not going to be the case. I think this is the right play here. He would very likely move his knight here, and that would be probably advantageous for him, just because it's protected by the pawn, the queen. I don't have any many pieces attacking the square here, so that's probably his best play. Sure, that's completely fine too. But if I move my my pawn here, I have the advantage because I have 3 pieces attacking this spot. Now then he moves his knight here from c2. I have a free bishop. I mean, I have a free rook if he decides to go for it. I could have probably taken captured with my queen. That would probably been better. I can move my knight here. And actually be pretty good for me. Now it's check. He has to move it here. Then I move my rook here. I capture his queen. No, it's probably not a good idea. Dear. This would not be a good play. I have to move my rook. Or else I lose my rook for a bishop, which is not a good idea. This is probably the right play. Yeah. I know he wants... I'll lose my queen if I do that. So, hell no. But I can't do this either. So... this would be my best line. Because I can protect... well, no. This bishop will take my pawn if I do that, so... And then it'll threaten my rook. But then I can move my rook here. And then he's kind of boned. So that's perfectly okay. Because this point here would then be protected by 2 pieces. Take the bishop. I'll move my rook here. Oh, shit. Never mind. I lose my rook. I'm a dumbass. You didn't see that check. I lost a rook. Oh my fucking god. Isn't this checkmate? Yeah, it's checkmate. What the hell? Why'd you move there? Massive blunders. I had 8 blunders there. God damn it. Dear. Okay. I'm a dumbass, but sure. He ended up checkmating himself by moving his by moving his his piece right there. Sure, dude. Take my knight. I'm perfectly okay by taking your bishop. Let's just develop some of our pieces there. Let's just prevent the bishop from coming down by placing our pawn to h8. Okay, sir. I don't know why you did that. I don't know what the bishop threatening e5 accomplishes, because I have my knight there. But sure. We'll do that. I'll just threaten this spot here if you decide to take that pawn there. And all's well will end well. Oh crap. Not the case. Damn. Maybe I should castle? No. No. Maybe not. There you go. Right. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We almost have identical placements of pieces, then that's perfectly fine. I will have to move my pawn here so I can not have the threat of losing my my pawn here in the center. Perfectly okay and reasonable. He'll have to move his bishop, and that's perfectly fine too on my end. Now I can also do this and threaten both his pawn and his bishop. Especially with my queen protecting the centerpiece here and the pawn at c6. Can't see how ever this is a detriment to me. Is there a better option I can do here? No. He has to move his bishop all the way here. To the spot. And now his bishop's landlocked here. But if I do that, his knight can move into this position, which would be a detriment to me. Because then I'm at risk at losing my queen. But then I have to move my queen here. And then that solves a lot of the issues. So that's completely okay still. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, it will be. he lost his bishop basically at this point. That's a free bishop. So now he has no more bishops, which is great. He just has both knights, which can be annoying. I don't get it. Why would you do that? Okay, the only thing that's hard to access and kill would be this knight. Even though I have one pawn protecting it. So this might be a better option here. Damn. What is this man thinking? What is this person thinking? Because I don't see any openings that this person can commit to. Okay, I see. I kind of have to give up one spot for another. I kind of have no option. His knight's probably going to take this spot here, which is perfectly fine. Like, I'm okay with losing that. But I think I could have had a better option. And I could have probably moved my queen elsewhere. Like, maybe here would have been fine. Because I have a rook protecting this pawn. And the king, too, on top of that. So if the person moves to b5, I think that's probably a good idea. I think I blundered here. Yeah, I think I blundered here. I didn't have enough foresight to see if the knight went to b5 to capture the pawn. If I just moved my queen to d6, it would have prevented a lot of issues. I know what if I just if I move my knight over from f5, I mean f6 to h5, I think I'd be okay just because this is protected both by the king and the rook, so this is perfectly okay. Threatens his queen, has to move it somewhere. Now here, I think I'd be okay with a queen trade. Because I am a piece ahead. And that's perfectly fine. If he decides to move his queen, I get his knight for free. And then this knight's then threatened. And then this rook's threatened. So queen trade is probably his best option. And I'm giving him the option there, which is good. At least for my end. His most optimal play would be to take my queen, I think, with his own queen. Or else shit will start. And shit won't be good. Or I can do this. I can move his knight. Oh, I didn't see that. And then I can take his his pawn right here, and that'd be okay. Sure. If I do this, he has to give up his rook. Yes. No, but he doesn't have to. Because he can take his, if I move my bishop here to f2, he can go down here. And then that'd be bad. So that's perfectly fine. I'm just taking a rook for a knight. But damn, I didn't see that. Oh, I'm so terrible. I may have lost this. Shoot. Yeah, I think I lost this. God damn it. I completely didn't see that. Oh my god. When you don't see your own queen getting threatened, that's a bad sign. Damn it. Ah, my lord. Chess is a complicated game. You get punished for the most stupidest of things sometimes. Okay, let's just move my bishop over here. I might be able to castle alongside. Damn. Wow. Big whoop. Queen trade. Queen trades early on? I don't know about that. Hang 10. Move our bishop back. Sure. I do want to move my bishop out somewhere. I don't think I can take it too far without putting out too much. Putting out my piece is too much risk. That'll probably have to do. I'm very okay with that. Threatening his bishop is pretty good. Sure. A knight for a bishop is always pretty good. Do you want to take my pawn? Probably will. And let's just develop a pawn onto near the center, just in case. Especially since it prevents the knights from moving. This knight from moving to these two squares here. Did he really do that? Oh my god. That's bad. Really, really bad. Now he can't move his knight. And if he moves his bishop, even better for me. Sure. That's okay. Hmm. I really can't do anything to have my knight not taken, so I'll threaten something else. I'll have to move my rook out, my king out. That's perfectly normal, right? Yeah. He has to take with his bishop. Okay. I don't know what the hell he did, but sure. Why did that? I have no fucking idea. But I am at a position of advantage here. Check. And I get a free pawn. Free pawns are always great. Now this bishop can't do shit, because it's on the green square. And now I have all my pieces on the white square, which is even better. I do want to probably take his lone pawn right there. If he decides to move, I develop my my knight my rook anyways. Oh, okay. Now he knows. Sure thing. If he decides to take my pawn, that's perfectly fine. Now he can't move this piece here. And now his green bishop is very, very useless, because all my pieces are pretty much on white. Can I threaten any other spot? Oh, no, I can't. Moving that's perfectly fine. That prevents his pawn from really advancing forward to making any meaningful moves. And that's okay. This rook's kind of in a bad pot. Damn it. Sure. Not sure what this guy's doing, but if he wants to stalemate me, that's fine. Now I get to move out and deal with this rook and with the threat of my king, and I think he is kind of screwed. Which then frees up Oh. Which will then free up my knight. If I do this correctly. So now I'm not under threat by this bishop, so I can move my rook. Yeah. Okay, there you go. So his bishop's kind of landlocked. This bishop can't move onto these green squares because of the knight. Yeah, I'll have to take that. I should take that anyways. Yeah, this is a free pawn. I might as well take that for free. Oh no. I lost my rook. I mean my knight, but that's fine. I get to move this pawn here for free. So now it's a race between taking my pawns for these other pieces. Oh, I could have taken his bishop. Shit. Completely forgot about that. Right. And then I get to move this pawn for free. Which is fine, because if he decides to promote this, I just take it with my my pawn here. With my rook. If he decides to promote his pawn, which is good for me. Oh, free rook. Didn't see that. Kabam. Queen. And now I'm gonna get double queen. And now he's gonna get laddered. Ladder, ladder, ladder. Yeah, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Okay. That's what happens when you don't look at your whole board. You lose your rook like that for free. Sure. Move out your queen, threaten it. I'll threaten your queen again. Perfectly fine. And I get to develop my my bishop. Wow, that was the dumbest pawn move I've ever seen. Oh my lord. That was definitely bad. Sure, I don't mind losing a knight for a bishop. I'm still at a pawn advantage here after all, so I have more developed pieces too, so it's all good. Yeah, I don't mind doing a knight trade. I really don't mind. Now, I think the question I have to ask myself here is, do I castle long side or short side? I think I will cancel long, so that I can protect this file a bit better. And now here I threaten his bishop. As long as I keep on threatening and develop pieces, I think I should be okay. I could have threatened the bishop with knight d4, but the rook. If he goes here, I'm screwed. But here, both sides here, he's kind of bodied. So I'll move my knight over here. And I honestly could have probably taken his bishop. I probably should have taken his bishop. God damn it. I am a dumbass. Oh man, I completely didn't see that. I should have just taken his bishop just because of it. Like, that's probably would have been the better play anyways. Yeah, and he gets away scot-free. Oh dear. Yeah. I feel so bad about that. Oh my god. That was such a big blunder from me, too. Sure. He locked his bishop in place. Okay, that's pretty good for me. Sure. Crap. That'd probably be my best play. Taking this knight is a bad idea just because my bishop is going to get taken away by that bishop. So, now I'm not making this mistake. Because if he takes this bishop, if he takes my bishop, oh, I gotta move it. Oh my god, more blunders after blunders. Dear. Oh dear. Big blunders, big blunders. Yeah. I'm a complete dumbass. Big yikes. Did not see that. Yeah, I should have moved I shouldn't have moved the knight. Completely did not see that. Dear. Here, I guess I just want to have my pawn protected. But oh man, I am so terrible at seeing these. And I had so many blunders too. I could have just taken his bishop with my knight earlier, but I completely messed up there. Why? Why did you do that, sir? I got your pawn for free. Dear. Oh my lords. Chess is such a hard game. He opened up his king too to that spot there. I probably should develop my bishops and to protect this, because there's obviously nothing protecting this at the current moment. I probably don't want to expose my my knight's pawn here on f7, so I think this is probably the right play. Because this a check with the bishop will do nothing, so let's develop my queen. The queen usually isn't attacking anything super big just because the knight is protecting the pawn in d4. But this makes it so my queen probably comes out a bit earlier than it could. Of course, it's in a dangerous spot, which is fine. He brings out his bishop. That's perfectly good. Damn. But anyway, so yeah, what's up, information security? How's your day? Hopefully it's good. I know my day's complete trash because I'm terrible at chess. I'm just a little chicken just trying to play chess well. I don't want a castle. I do want to develop. I probably should develop a piece. So let's do this. That way I'm threatening this piece a bit more. If I move... Wait. If I move here, he has to move his king, which means he's out of check. And if he moves his queen to block it, I get a free queen because of my knight. So move your king so you don't get the castle. Please. He has to take this queen as a knight. Either way, it's fine. Great. Oh, that was a bad idea. Damn it. I didn't think that one through. Oh no. I lost that for free. Okay, now you can't move his knight forward, so that's fine. I can castle alongside. Oh man, big blunders, big blunders. I still have an advantage though, which is not too bad. Nice moves, of course. Clearly thinking about where my knight's gonna go. I don't mind doing the queen trade just because, you know, it's queens. And plus I was at a piece advantage at the time, so going for that wasn't too bad anyways. Now he can't move his he can't move his knight at all, or else it's a check. So it's pretty good for me. Okay, that's fine. He's probably gonna move his knight here, which is completely fine because then I get to check him for free. And sure thing, dude. Check. I could take his rook too, which is great. I mean, his knight with my pawn. But if he decides to give up his rook, even better. But this is a nice way to just get my bishop out. Again, he still can't move his rook unless he moves his knight out of the way. But if that's the case, now his bishop's under threat, so he has to move his knight, his rook over here to protect his bishop. Yeah, check. Can't lose your bishop like that for free. Ah, dear. And that's what we call pinning. Let's move this back to safety. I do need to move my rook out at this point. Developing my pawn structure would probably be the more detrimental to me. So, but this takes like 1, 2, 3, 4 like times. And it's definitely awful. So let's do this. Let's move this rook over to d7 and then move this rook over from h8 to d8. And I should be okay. Something like that. He can't move this pawn ahead, and that's fine because of this pawn here. I am up a pawn and a bishop, and I don't know what his best moves would be. It's kind of like endgame already. I'll take that rook trade. Check, and gladly my bishop is protecting this rook. This man is very, very close to being dead. Check. Make him waste a move so I can get all his nice, cute little pawns. Let's do this. That way you can't capture this. And I have to move it aside here. And he'd be in some deep, deep trouble. And now he has to move his king or his rook. But if he moves it anywhere but these two spots, he's completely screwed. Yeah, I don't mind doing this trade. A rook for a bishop. Perfect. It's perfectly fine. Let's just graduate these pieces. And now he's screwed. I have like 4 queens ready to go, and he is completely dead meat. Queen. Let's not joke around here, and let's just end his life. Come on. Checkmate. There we go. Okay. That was not too bad. That was relatively pretty easy at that time. There. Fried liver! Fried liver! There we go! Okay, we're gonna get a fried liver. Yay! Okay, thank you. Thank you for moving your knight over here. Now you're checked. Oh my lord! Okay, thank god he checked. He castled. And I got the queen too, with the fried liver. Ah, dear. That was, something. Oh. What do I do here? He's moved his knight in such a weird spot. Oh, game aborted. Okay, never mind. Really? Queen? Sure. Queen's pawn. Okay. Hmm. Huh? Why would you do that? That is wonderful. Moving his pawn all the way to the top there. Now lets me bring out my queen for free. Okay, he's not gonna do it. That's perfectly fine. I do... That's perfectly fine. He's blocked his rook. And... I get the castle for free. And now he can't castle. Sure. You can take my pawn and a knight for a bishop, and I'd be completely okay with that. Wonder what he's thinking. How can I threaten his queen here at this position? He'll have to move that bishop back a bit. It's fine. If I can threaten this queen with my bishop, that's great. Okay. I don't know why he did that. But sure. Probably had a brain fart. Yes, this is more effective if I do this. That way I threaten his rook, which is the more important piece. You can take my bishop, and that's perfectly fine. But then I take his rook. And I didn't check his butt. So, it's actually a big, big, big trap. Check. And I don't have to worry about the knight taking it because my queen... I don't have to worry about his knight taking my queen because it is check. I just gotta worry about... getting as much value off of this person. So, I don't have to worry about it too much. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Not too bad. Damn. Uh-oh. Ooh. I see Queen's pawn again. Let's mirror match. I'm exposing my king on this side, but, you know, it's okay. Bishop b5 is always a really good opening. He's probably going to plan to put his pawn here, which is fine and dandy. That means I get to develop another piece for free. I don't want to generally develop my pawn from h5 to h5 just because it opens up the bishop to attack this line, which is generally not good. So I don't mind pulling this back as long as I can develop another piece, like my knight. He's gonna move his pawn here, of course. And I can just tuck in my bishop into the g6 pocket. Oh. Okay. That's very weird. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. No, he is kind of boned at this position. As long as I move my knight into a safe spot, I should be okay. Then I can threaten his white knight, and then he is forced to move back. Yes. Yeah, that line of reasoning is legit. This is perfectly fine. Now I'm threatening fried liver right here on this spot. If I put my knight to c2. And it should all be fine and dandy. Because this knight can't really move. It has to move backwards anyways. Fried liver. Yep, move your queen to the pocket. And I get your knight for free. I get your rook. Oh, wait, why'd you do that? I don't get it. Wait, am I missing something? No, I'm not missing something, right? Okay, I'm not missing something. Perfect. I thought I was like going crazy here. Not realizing what I did was wrong. Oh, my queen. Shoot. Completely forgot about that. I keep on making these new mistakes. Shit. That might cost me, because he's up now 3. Oh, my lord. When you blow up a lead like that for free. Yeah. But his queen's tucked in the corner, which is good, at least for me. Big blunders. Sure. Trying to move his queen out on this file, which, you know, is very reasonable. Probably his best option is to go for his bishop on the c6, to be honest. Yeah. Okie dokies. Oh, he's trying to checkmate me. I think I'm in a bad spot. If he goes here, then I take my rook here. So, I think I'm perfectly okay with this. Because if he goes here, my rook's protecting me. Which is okay. It's what I need. Okay, I might as well do that trade. It's completely worth it. Stops the checkmate completely, too. There we go. Okie dokies. Where is he trying to move his knight? His knight can't move, really. It can move here and here, but that's it. So I can use this knight here, this rook here, to now apply pressure to the back line. Which is great for me in the end. He will have to move his knight to f4 if he wants to prevent the pressure being done onto this pawn here by my rook if I do move it up to h2. That'll probably be best for him anyways. And then I can apply pressure to his bishop with my knight. But then if I do that, he can checkmate me on b7, which is very, very scary. Am I reading this position right? Yeah. Okay. I get to move this pawn up for as long as I can. But then, at some point, I will have to... Oh. Check. Completely gave it up for free. Okay. Trying to put his queen in this position here. So, I will have to be very, 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 very careful. Because if he put his queen here, I'm forced to move this back. And that's fine. Yes, that would be fine. And then he takes this pawn for free, which is perfectly fine in my books. I don't want to lose this rook, so... Wait, where can his queen go to checkmate me? Here, here, here. So I am forced. If he plays b8, I'm kind of screwed. Because that's checkmate. No, I'm not. No, it's not. Because I have this bishop here. Right. So I'm actually able to move this for free. Yeah. Oh no, I checkmated myself. Shit. I did not... I'm a... Wow, I'm so bad. I checkmated myself by moving my pawn up. Big yikes. Big, big yikes. Wow. That's what happens when you're a chicken and you're dumb. Wait. This piece is still protected by the bishop. Right. So I don't want to take this piece. I do want to develop my... maybe I should develop my queen. Yeah? No. Okay. Sure thing, buddy. His best option with breathing is that pawn, actually. It's probably the most... It's probably is the right option here. Yeah. Okay, that was kind of a useless move. God damn it. Yeah, what can you do? Dear. Hmm. Okie dokies. Breaking the pawn structure. He doesn't really come out on top here. In fact, I think he loses like he loses a knight for this. Okay, so he better have a good gambit. Hmm. And because this queen's on this side, I might want to castle short on short side to king side. Should be okay. Either way, his queen is not in a good position. Once I'm able to apply pressure to it, she's dead. If I move my knight here to threaten the queen, I don't get any of these pieces for free, so I actually do have to move my queen up here. That's kind of the only way to deal with this. Okay. Person is almost very screwed anyways. Really? Can I threaten this piece in any way? No. This would be the right call. Here. Protects the knight with the bishop. I just need to find a way to threaten the queen. Because he's deciding to move his queen way too much, rather than developing his pieces. He has to move his queen. He has good pawn development at this point, but like I don't think that matters too much. Well, okay, he's not really developing his piece. He moved his queen back, so let's move our pawns. You right? Yes. But first, castle, maybe. That way I get, like, my rooks out. Ooh, he wants to sacrifice his queen. Can I make him sacrifice his queen? Yes, I can. I can do this. He takes it with his pawn. And then I move my rook over here. He can't castle. And I get to threaten a few of his pieces in one go. Right? Yes. Yeah, I'm not scared about any of these. If he takes my rook, sure, whatever. This queen is not in a good spot anyways, so she's kind of still screwed no matter what. You're back? How's it going? It's not too bad. Currently I'm just trying to figure out how to destroy my opponents. Though it is very difficult, surprisingly. I will have to figure out on how to play this carefully. This knight's kind of screwed. I do need to develop my pieces, so let's move this bishop out of the way as best we can. I've blundered so many times, and I've lost games that I should have not because I decided to make dumb decisions and not foresee things a bit better. But that is typical. Very, very typical. Sure. This person wants to play that type of game. How can I protect this bishop? I need a knight going here, 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 or here, which is not possible. So this will do. I'm not willing to trade a bishop for a bishop like this. So I am okay with letting that white bishop go. It is still very difficult though. He has to move his white bishop or else he loses. Quite a few things. And just to protect the pawn right here, I'm going to move my pawn from b7 to c6. Sure thing. He's gonna take this pawn, of course, which is fine. I will just have to move my rook over and protect one of these pieces here. Okay, he wants to attack my knight. And that is very, 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 very fine. I think to protect this pawn, I will have to move my pawn here from the f7 spot. And I'm gonna move it up one space only because I want to block this knight from moving to anything reasonable. I'm not blundering here, am I? I don't think I am. Okay. He has to move that white bishop. It's guaranteed. Or else he loses it. Yeah. Okay. We're only at 2 minutes and 30 left. 2 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock. We have to be very, very careful with how we approach this. Okay, I think with that being said, if I move this move, I think my rook goes to e3 and then he's kind of trapped. He can't move anywhere else or he loses his queen. Right. I'm doing my math right here. Yes, that's the case. His queen's bodied. Did I do the math right? Yes, I did the math right. His queen's basically lost at this point, which is good for me. I don't think he can check me or like get me at any point in this here and make me lose my queen drastically. So yeah, his queen's completely gone because none of these pieces can protect his queen once it's gone. So I don't mind trading my rook for a queen if that's necessary. Okay. Damn. Only a minute left and 25 seconds left on the clock for them. Bye-bye. That's an easy one. I will take a bishop for a knight. That is a good trade for me. And I will do that. Let's just open up the spot here. That's perfectly fine. This is perfectly okay too. He's gonna take this pawn, and that's fine. He has to protect this pawn on the e file, or else it's gonna get taken by this rook, guaranteed. Oh, with only 37 seconds left on the clock, I don't think he's able to make any quick decisions here. That are like meaningful. Yep, easy one. Boop. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do this. Yeah, and he's won. I won. There you go. Okay. That was relatively easy. Okay, one last one. Let's see if I could redeem myself and not be completely terrible at chess. I will have to protect that. That is the sad reality of it. That is perfectly fine. That's probably not a good opening. Yeah. He can take my queen if he wants. It's a queen trade. Wow, he's not going to. Okay. Surprised he didn't go for the queen trade. I am not in a good position. I really don't want to trade him my bishop for a knight. That is perfectly fine. If he decides to come with my queen here, I have my knight. And he might not realize that. Okay. What is he doing here? You know what? I think the better option would have been moving to c3 with my pawn. Oh my god, I messed up. Perfectly legit. Sure? I can't really do that. I can't really do that. So, I'm just gonna move out of the way. Here I can threaten. Um, Nah, I can already take his knight. Yeah, I can. There's nothing protecting it. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, we're good. I almost completely blundered, dear. Dear. Sure. I can develop my my pawn like that. I think this is the way. No, but this bishop won't do anything. I could trap the bishop by moving my pawn from to c3 like before, which probably would be the right idea. Yes, yes it would. Okay, I just had to think about that. Don't know what else he can do. Maybe he can move his, like, bishop. But that even wouldn't be that much of a problem. Okay. Weird. But sure. I think this is the right play here, because then I can threaten checkmate. Because he can't move here, 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 here. If I... He can't move onto the C row and the 8 row if I move my queen there. So I'm threatening checkmate in one move, if you can see it. Okay. I'm not going insane, aren't I? Where can I effectively move to trap the king? He can't move this rook. If he moves the knight, then he's kind of... He can move his knight here. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm forced in a bad spot, actually. Oh, shit. No, I'm not. Okay, you know, I can spend time to move my knight, actually. Should be okay. Yeah, that took way too long to figure out. Because then I can threaten this piece here. He might move his knight to threaten my queen. I mean, to threaten my bishop, but then I can move my queen over to e3 because that knight's protecting this pawn here. I can do this, and I am not in a spot of being threatened. Yes. And here I get a knight for free, because he decided to try to move my bishop and threaten it. Let's just not try to be greedy here, and let's do that. And now, he has to move his pieces a bit more carefully here. I got a free bishop, because he didn't see that. And there you go. Oh my god. Okay, okay. That's what happens when you forget what pieces what pieces are protecting your pawns. Okay, let me try to analyze this, and let's see what happens here. Let's figure this all out, because I actually do want to improve here. Okay, got it. So here, textbook move, textbook move, textbook move. Sure, sure, sure. Yes. Should have moved his knight. Yeah, I completely agree. That could have been okay. Here, if I took this, then his knight would have taken... Wait. His knight would have taken over, right? Yes. Let's just say that's the case, right? Then as a white player, I would do this. Oh, really? I would have taken his... Wait. I could have taken, I did g5 next, right? But the reality is, I could have done d5. Right, I could have done d5. Oh, right. And then he could have moved his queen out. And I could have moved my knight. But then he could have moved his knight to capture that spot. Right? You know what I mean? So I don't know if that was the right idea. Okay. I sort of see where that was going. Okay. Oh, I could have captured the pawn. Right, because nothing was defending it. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Damn it. That probably would have been a better idea. Okay. And it's suggesting right here to go for a queen trade. I digress. Right. Oh, I could have definitely went up to c3 for sure. That was definitely my big deal. My big issue. Right. And then that was weird. I could have moved. Okay, that way, that's fine. Captured a knight for free. Yeah, that was weird. I could have used my queen to get that spot, but I just wanted to develop my pawn. That was perfect. Right. I could have captured his... Oh, damn. I could have captured his pawn for free. I did not catch that. That was available the whole time. Okay. That's still okay. That was a weird blunder. Perfect. Yep. Take the knight. Yep. And then take the bishop for free, and that was fine. Okay. Perfect. So I didn't play that bad. I just had a few blunders here or there, because I could have gotten pieces for free, which I should have, for sure. Okay. It wasn't too bad. It could have been definitely better. But hey, I came out, for last 5 games, I came out ahead 4 times. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Anyways, it's getting pretty late at night, and that was not too bad for chess. I learned a lot. Okay, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I think that will be my last game. It's getting pretty late, so adios, guys. Bye. Peace out.